Hi everyone. So it's time for another writing vlog. I have been procrastinating on writing really a lot. I have no excuse. I've been reading a lot, which that's great, and it's certainly not a waste of time, and it is something that I want to do a lot. The problem isn't that I want to only write, but it's that I want to do everything and write. And I haven't been working on anything for like 2 weeks, I think. I haven't done anything. And I have started thinking about my book much more, and I'm getting more excited about it. But then actually, I came to a conclusion that I'm going to edit and rewrite the first draft of the fantasy book that I already wrote. And I made that decision, which is great because for a long time, if you've been following my vlogs, you know that I've been struggling with just deciding what I actually want to work on. And so I decided what I wanted to work on, but then the more I thought about it, the more I saw how much work I have to get done. And basically, I need to build the world much more because there's so much that I actually don't know about the world, even though I already wrote the first draft. I need to completely change the plot. I actually thought that I needed to just figure out the plot holes and the things that didn't make sense. Actually, good news is I got an idea on how to make the plot so much more interesting and so much more fun. It fixes so many issues I had with it that some of it felt kind of lame, some of it didn't make sense, and this fixes all that. The only thing it does that's not good is it basically ruins the whole thing that I wrote. So I can use some scenes, but basically I have to rewrite the whole book. And so I have to rewrite an entire book. I have to build a world. I also want to add in some minor characters. Yeah, it's just a lot. And I also need to just develop some of the characters a bit more, cuz I can see them well in my head, and they are fully, layered people, but there are still some of their layers that I don't understand and don't completely know well. So I need to figure all that out. And so, I've just been thinking about all of these things that I have to do, and I've been procrastinating on it because it's a lot of work. It's really intimidating. It's really overwhelming. And I have been asking myself, am I sure that I can do this? Because another thing is that, all of this is really complex and really complicated, every single thing that I mentioned. And especially, the world building. I need to do research because I'm stupid and I didn't actually do research. I'm so passionate about, magic and magical creatures and everything, and I want to create some of my own, but I would also love to dig deep into everything and find some cool creatures that I haven't really heard of that exist. Someone already created them, but I don't know about it, and most people might not know about it. And so just I want to do a fuck ton of research, things that I am not fully comfortable with because I'm not good at editing, I'm not used to world building, and I suck at research. I want to quickly tell you, if you are someone like me who just always wants to, you get the idea on the book and you kind of figure out the plot, you figure out the characters, and you just want to jump into writing it because you're so excited about it, and then you write maybe the whole book. But even if you manage not to get stuck that much, there's gonna be a lot of plot holes, there's gonna be a lot missing, and just you can't write a book without research, and especially not without planning it properly and building it properly, because that's just something I didn't do. And I wrote an entire book. I actually want to check how many words it is. So it was 74K words. And I think out of these, I might use 10K tops. So, yeah. But here's what I want to tell you. If you've been procrastinating on your book, or on anything else actually, procrastination won't make it go away. I actually made a video a long time ago on my main channel that was about procrastination, and I tried not to procrastinate for a week, and then I talked about just procrastination and how to stop procrastinating, I think. So you can check that out. But what I do remember, what I've learned, is that procrastination won't make it go away. And it would be wonderful if all the problems related to our book just got solved somehow, but we unfortunately have to do all the work. I want to share a tweet with you quickly that I posted recently, and that is, writing is hard, yes. It's overwhelming and exhausting. It can feel like too much to handle, and that's okay. If we love it, though, it's gonna be worth everything. And that is something I have to keep in mind right now, and you have to keep in mind if you feel like if you're procrastinating and if you feel overwhelmed by everything, it's gonna be worth everything. And the work is intimidating, but there's a way to go around it to make it like better, and that is to take it one step at a time. So I have to work on world building, characters, rewriting the whole thing, and like a million things. And so what I would normally do is just try to kind of do everything at the same time. But what I will do instead is first I'll figure out the plot, then I'll build the world more, and once I have all the information I need, I'm going to jump into rewriting the book. I actually was so tempted to jump into the rewrite, but that would, I would just be repeating the same mistake, because I would jump into it and then I would make a bunch of mistakes and write things that wouldn't make sense. And so I need to just step back and really think about it before working on it. Yeah, so if you've been procrastinating, I understand and you're not alone and you're not an idiot, but just please stop procrastinating. Take a step back and look at the issues that you actually have and the things that you need to figure out right now, and then take it one step at a time, figure it out one by one, and just be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, don't push yourself over your limit, but also get out of that damn comfort zone and work for your dreams. This book is this whole world. I am so insanely passionate about it. I love it so much. I want to put it out there in the world so badly, desperately, more than anything. Fuck yes, it's the best thing I've ever worked on. I think it will be the best thing I'll have it created, absolutely, for sure. And so yes, the thought of working on all this is extremely overwhelming, and from one part, I just want to keep on watching YouTube and read a book and write some poems or just do things that are easy for me. But most often, the easiest things will not get us where we desperately want to go, and so we have to go through some hardships and overcome some obstacles to reach our biggest dreams. And it will be worth everything. It will be worth all the fear, all the not so great emotions, all the work, all the energy. Is going to be worth everything, but we have to start working on it. We have to do this. I wrote the first draft last December, and since then I haven't worked on it at all because I was just too afraid, and then I was just too lazy, and yeah. And it's okay, don't be hard on yourself. Forgive yourself for not working on it for a while, or, just be kind to yourself and don't be mean to yourself. Don't beat yourself up, but also push yourself to reach your full potential. Push yourself to fight for your dreams, because it's gonna be worth everything. Oh, another thing that's been kind of holding me back and stressing me out a little bit is I realized that I kind of suck at writing. And I'm not saying this, being like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. My writing is not the best. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and for me, I think my strength lies in the things that I actually create. I think I'm really proud and I love my characters and the ideas of the books and the scenes and everything, all that, And so that's just my strength, the imagination and creativity behind it. But when it comes to putting all that into words, I've never really been that great at it, and I suck at descriptions. I'm the best at dialogues, And so things like setting the scene and everything, it's a lot of work for me. It's really challenging, and the writing just is very simple and not very great prose. And this is something that I've never really felt that self-conscious about, because I was just like, I want to do this, even though I'm not the best at the language. I just want to do this because I'm so passionate about it, Plus, everyone has a different style, and not everyone has to, write super poetic shit. It can be simple writing. I've read many books before that were like simply written, but I still absolutely loved them because for me it's like it doesn't matter how it's written exactly. It matters like what the story and the characters and all that. That's what really matters. And if you can show these through whatever words you use, then that's just, all that matters to me. And so that's why I've kind of been okay with it, but at the same time, I write fantasy. I have to be able to describe the world. I have to get better at it. And so I've been kind of just procrastinating on that because, I just want to get much better at writing. And I think that, like, I haven't just written anything for a really long time, and what I need to do right now is just write, write, write. Maybe I should even write things other than the rewrite of my fantasy book, just like random scenes or whatever, because I just need practice. And I also need to read and actually focus on the language in the books that I read. Because this is one thing that I can't relate to, like, what often other writers say. That, like, when they read, they analyze everything, they pay attention to the language. I still read as a reader in a way. I don't pay attention to the language. I just absorb the story, And so I need to change that. Like, I need to just do some things that are kind of out of my comfort zone and really pay attention to the language. And maybe I could try, like, copying a style, not, like, actually writing in that style, but just for practice, like, write a scene, try to, like, copy a certain writer's, style, if that's gonna be helpful, and just other things like that, and just experiment so that I can just still keep my kind of simple style, I think, but just make it better. And it's gonna be a lot of work, and it's intimidating. It's really intimidating, but it is gonna be worth it. I know I've said it many times, but I think we really need a reminder of that quite often, because, like, when, we're lost in all the work, it can just get really a lot, and we need to remember why we do this. And the reason is we're crazy and we're passionate and we have big dreams and we want to make them happen, even though, the process can get really intense sometimes. So, yeah, I think actually I'm gonna cut this vlog here because I've talked for a really long time already. But I'm gonna vlog more about this later, what I'm actually doing and everything. So, yes, let's just do this. Let's fight for our dreams. And yeah, I'll give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more because so many more vlogs and everything is coming. Yes, it's gonna be great. And yeah, have a great day and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!